What's up, everybody? I just wanted to show you some of my highlights. My last few duels here with Branded Bystial. Had a lot of fun with this deck this season. And some replays, we got some cool stuff. We'll just jump right into it. Branded Bystial, I think, is very, very good. Don't like how reliant the deck has been on like opening the Branded Fusion or opening away to Branded Fusion. And it doesn't have a lot of decision making in the deck. During this first duel, I do believe we're going first against Tearlament here. So we open pretty good. We're going to Foolish Burial, search for the Caliber, grab Branded Lost. And then we can Branded Lost right into the Branded Fusion. Sending Albion, sending Albaz. Summoning Albion, or we sent Lubellion, excuse me. So this is going to let us fusion summon into Lubellion. I'm trying to figure out a way to keep Albaz in the graveyard for the Cartesia. And, but it seems to be difficult to do with the double fusion summon. Still, we have the Lubellion on the field. Gonna get the set the regained up, set the super poly, set the branded banishment, add Ecclesia back to our hand, and pass it on over. Let's see what he has to battle us with. He's gonna Foolish Burial Goods, sending the Sulliak. It's gonna let him search a Tearlament card, and then he has the Foolish Burial as well. Sending the Kelbeck, which is going to mill 5 cards from both of our decks. He's actually going to chain the Heartbeat to the Merly to send our banishment to the graveyard, which we're going to activate preemptively, trying to resummon our Albion, and he actually called by the Graves It, which is fine. Actually, it's a 2-for-1 for me. So he's going to go ahead and fusion summon into the Kick Cow. Kick Cow is going to activate. We're going to activate to shuffle our Albion back and draw a card. We're actually also going to banish his Kick Kalos into getting super polyed. There's a lot going on right here. Let's see. There's going to super poly into the Dragostapelia, which we banish with the Mirror Jade. Regain's going to let us draw into a Saronir, which is perfect. And then he searches the Rhino Heart. So craziness. Kick Cow's going to activate. Mirror Jade's going to activate. So now no matter what he sets up, it doesn't matter. He's going to send the Shrien and a Shadow Beast. So he's going to draw a card and fusion summon, which we just let happen. Oh, actually, we're not a quick effect right now because he didn't have a monster. So here he is, the Rukulos. We're going to go ahead and fuse those up into a Dragostapelia of our own. Branded Boss is going to search the Mercurier, and he's had enough. So yeah, Branded definitely works quite well against Tearlament. Let's hop right into the next duel. We're going to do this in one take. Minimal editing, alright? Let's see, I do not remember what the second duel is. So we open pretty good, especially if we're going second. This is versus Code Talkers. So here he's going to microcoder with the Sigma that he special summoned to go into a Code Talker. He's got his Signet Kodak. This lets you add a Cyberse monster with the same attribute from your deck to your hand as a Code Talker monster that you summon. So he's gonna do a whole bunch of stuff, and we're gonna speed it up a little bit. Microcoder is gonna search for Signet Mining, and then Signet Kodak adds the microcoder to our hand, and then here he's gonna discard that microcoder for a Lady Debug. Debug adds the Secretary, link those into a Splash Mage. Splash Mage is going to resummon the Debug into a Transcode Talker. This will add a code generator, which is just like microcoder. Transcode Reborn the Splash Mage. Gachiri says you can target a Cyberse effect, negate its effects, and if you do, special summon this card. Will also make a monster unaffected when sent to the graveyard. So here he's going to link 2 with his code generator in hand into the Code Talker Inverted, which is going to let him search, summon a monster from his hand. He's going to make the Firewall Dragon unaffected. He's also going to send a Dot Scaper, which is going to resummon itself. So here he uses Signet Codec to search for Mathmech Circular. Going into an X-Code Talker. Searching some more. Reborning. Links off into an IP Masquerena. Goes into the Circular. Now this is where I'm confused, okay? Because you could have definitely U-linked me right there, instead of going for just an access code talker for no reason, but, you know, that's what we got. So let's see how we break this board. It's halfway in the video, and I just want to know, what's your favorite archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Back to the video. We're going to go ahead and fusion deployment right off the rip. Alright, summoning Cartesia for the quick effect fusion. Play our Regained and activate Foolish Burial. Getting access to our Aliber. Normal summon. And he actually, right now he has a double bounce with Firewall. And that's it. It's the only interruption that he's got. So we're going to Branded Fusion into the Albion. Now this is why we summon Cartesia with fusion deployment, okay, because Albion's going to activate, and then he's going to Firewall Dragon, trying to spin back the cards out of our graveyard, okay? And what we're going to do is actually fusion summon using the Albaz in our hand, so that we can continue to summon with our Albion. So these get returned to my hand. Banish these 2 for the Lubellion. Lubellion's going to discard our second fusion deployment. Regain's going to let us draw a card and return our Tragedy to be used again. Grabbing the Gold Sarcophagus. Fusion summon into the Mirror Jade. And we're searching. Got the Magnum Hut. Caritas is going to drop most of the field to 0. Magnum Hut. Summon the Lubellion. We're going to set up our Branded Lost, and we're going into the battle phase. So we swing in for 3k, 2500, and 2500 lethal, bro. So, yeah, didn't set up quite enough of a lock. Typically, Code Talkers like to set up an Ibly lock with a U-Link, and he didn't do that. So, it's on him. Let's get into this last replay for today. I have new decks come in, very, very different decks than what you're used to seeing on this channel. Cannot wait to show you guys. Got to get new stuff set up here in the office, but we'll make it happen. So we are going second, and our opponent uses a Mudora, discarding a Keldo right into the Runick Dispelling, going for the Hugin, discarding a Baldrake to search for the field spell. So now he's going to Runick Tip, grabbing a Slumber. This will make the Slumber the third Runick spell, so he can draw 3 off of it. So Slumber, activate the Fountain to draw 3, and phase sets 1. Alright, so we're going to have to play this pretty smartly. We're going to Regain first, summon the Fallen of Albaz, discarding Retribution to fusion summon. Now we could have super polyed here, though I didn't feel like this was the moment, so we let it go. We're going to Branded Regained to draw a card. He's going to Runick Fountain to draw a card. Yes, return the Baldrake, draw into the Tragedy. Here we're going to Lubellion into the Magnum Hut. banish, and he actually has a Magnum Hut of his own. So now we're gonna start some branded games. Or Bystial games. So he summons the Magnum Hut. I've decided that's quite enough. We're gonna super poly his actually 2 of those into the Mirror Jade. You got Flashing Fire to pop our monster. Mirror Jade is going to banish the Shuffler anyway. And activate to pop his field in the end phase, which we do. And he's going to go ahead and preemptively shuffle a bunch of our monsters back. Alright, so it's actually his turn. He's going to summon the Gary, draw 2 cards, all in the draw phase, and then he's going to go ahead and skip his turn. But in his end phase, we're going to banish our Tragedy and summon the Magnum Hut. Since we have no monsters on the field, he cannot quick effect stop our Bystials with his Bystials. So this is going to let us search for our Aliber and get us to draw a card, and search for a Bystial. Now he does have the Druis Worm to get our Lubellion out of the graveyard. I have cut that down to 1 since it's actually not quite as helpful as it could be. It's not something I want to summon multiple times. So here we're going to search. We got the Aliber, we got the Ad Libitum, we have the Fusion Deployment, we got the Druis Swarm. Here comes the Cartesia. Cartesia's going to go ahead, Fusion Summon with the Ad Libitum into Grand Guignol. And we're going to go ahead and resummon our Mirror Jade and send a monster to the graveyard. Let's say we summon the Mirror Jade. I think we send our Brigand. Yes, Brigand the Glory Dragon. Now we're going to summon Aliber, search Branded Fusion, activate, sending Ecclesia for our second Albion. Albion's going to banish. And here we want to keep our Albaz in the grave. We're going to summon our Masquerade. And it's going to let us shuffle back Ad Libitum, draw a card. And we're going in. So he's going to activate, pop our Masquerade, which I didn't read it was going to do that. We could have prevented it. Banish the Magnum Hut. Go in, and our opponent says, yeah, that is enough. So, yeah, dude, Branded Bystial. Definitely an awesome deck. Highly recommend building it. The Fusion Deployment into the Cartesia was something I figured out later as I was playing the deck. And God, that's a good card. I would definitely think about playing 2 in the future. But no, our next deck is we're gonna go down the Pendulum Rabbit Hole. Okay, we're gonna play some Pendulum Magicians. We're gonna show you how to play Endymion, and I'm even gonna show you how to play Sky Strikers, since basically just need it for Endymion anyway. But thank you so much for hanging out today, guys. Have a wonderful day, and let me know in the comments what decks you'd like to see in the future. Bye-bye.